Hi everyone, it's Amanda from Willow and Pip. In today's video, I'm going to take you through step by step on how I make my lip butters. I will also have my recipe linked in the description below this video. I hope you enjoy. I'm preparing my lip balm containers by removing the lid and placing them into a lip balm tray. I purchased these lip balm containers off of Amazon, and I will link directly in the description below if you want to check them out. And the tray is actually Crafter's Choice, and I bought this from Voyageur Soap, and I also have that link below if you would like to check it out. Because the tray mold is flexible, I like to load it up fully with these lip balm containers. Even though my recipe is only going to make approximately half of the containers that I'll put in the tray, I want to make sure that when I flip this over, it's stable and flat, where if I had only done, half of it, it would slant to the one side. You can also choose to do the four corners with the lip balm containers and then just fill in the middle towards the one side. Because I know I'm going to be pouring these lip balms for quite a high quantity. Today I'm going to show you just kind of half, but I am going to make several more. I'm just going to fill it right up to save time. It's really important to flip the tray over and give the containers a firm press, because when you start to pour, you don't want any to run down. I've also linked the recipe and all of the measurements below, so if you want to make this, you can just copy, paste, and print, or write it on a notepad. The lip balm recipe makes approximately 27 lip balms in total. So you can divide this in half or multiply it if you want more. So we start out with 2.76 ounces of coconut oil, and coconut oil is solid. So I just scoop some, measure some, and wait till I get to that 2.76 ounces. And to this, I am adding 0.96 ounces of sweet almond oil. You can substitute sweet almond oil for any light oil, such as grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, or avocado oil, just to name a few. And in between each measurement, I'm just clearing it off so that the scale resets to 0. Next, I'm going to add my beeswax pellets. I purchased these from Amazon. Again, the link is below. And I'm adding 2 ounces of these beeswax pellets. It's important to use a Pyrex container or a microwave safe container because I do melt this in the microwave. You could do a double boiler method as well, but I find the microwave quite efficient. Just be sure that when you are putting your mixture into the microwave that you are hitting it with short duration blasts. You don't want to put it on for 2 minutes straight, for example. So I always stick to a rule of thumb of 30 seconds to 45 seconds at a time. It takes about 4 blasts. I buy my lip flavor from Crazy Colors. I have that linked below as well. And it used to be called Fizz Fairy as well. So if you're Googling Fizz Fairy or Crazy Colors, or just look in the descriptions and see the hyperlink I provided. So I'm adding 20 drops of lip flavor to that and just giving it a final stir. That's all of the melted beeswax pellets. Sometimes all it takes is just a stir to get them to finally melt down because the liquid is hot. And then after that, you can see I'm adding the drops of the lip flavor. And then with one final stir, you want to move fairly quickly into pouring this mixture right into the lip balm containers because the mixture will solidify quickly. If that does happen, don't worry. You can just pop it back for a quick zap in your microwave. But I try just to pour everything in one fell swoop. So here I am working through that. I do over pour, so the lip balm liquid will harden actually fairly quickly. So within about a 5-minute period of time, this is what it starts to look like. And if you leave it fully till approximately 30 minutes or an hour, you can actually then hit it with the scraper, which you'll see me doing here shortly. So these trays usually come with a lip balm scraper. You can get them on Amazon as well. But once you have it fully solidified, you want to scrape it so that the tops of the balms come off nice and flat. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of product left over. So you can just simply remelt those. What happens as well is because the liquid solidifies and it was hot, you will get a bit of a shrinkage or a concave. And so when you remelt what you've just scraped off, you can go back over and just do little top ups here and there. And actually, sometimes you'll even get another full lip balm container or two out of this process, which is pretty cool. And then one last final scrape. You can kind of keep repeating this process until you're happy and have used up the quantity that you're happy. Because I'm going to be continuing to make lip balms all weekend, I'll just put that aside until I get more from the next batch I make. So once everything is fully solidified and dried, you just simply take each lip balm container out of the holder. These don't have caps yet, so I'm just being careful to set them, right side up. And the one I set aside there, I was just actually an empty one that I accidentally pulled out. I'm just gathering my caps now. I had put them in the bag from prior, and just one by one add the cap for each of the lip balms and set them aside for the next stage, which will be to add the labels directly. These lip balm recipes are one of my favorite. I get a lot of feedback, positive feedback on these. It really is like putting butter on your lips. So I actually choose to call mine lip butter. The recipe, it stays on your lips for a very long time. Better than any of the brands I've ever bought. And I use these. They're all over my house. They're in my car. And I think you'll find that you're very happy as well. Here are the online labels with the label number that I'm showing. So these are specifically for lip tap, and you can see quite closely. These are the ones that I have printed out. I've designed these labels on Canva and printed them. And they have a little tab at the top, and that tab is perforated so that when you place the label on the chapstick or the lip balm container, you line that perforated edge up with the line or the seam of where the lid attaches to the rest of the lip balm, so that if a customer is buying it, they can see that someone hasn't pre-sampled it, and it just maintains the integrity of that product. And so customers really appreciate that because it's clean and sterile and nothing has contaminated the actual ingredients inside the tube. And then of course, once a customer buys it and they've broken that seal, it doesn't matter to them anymore because obviously it's their own personal use. Now, when I say I design on Canva, I just design it on a 2" by 2" square. And then I export that square and go onto online labels where they have a design maestro, I think they call it, but there's a button at the top that is either called design or design maestro. You simply type in that product number of the label sheet I was showing. I also have it in my description below, and you upload that 2" by 2" square, and it will automatically put it into the format for printing these labels out on the full sheet scale like you're seeing below. So it is quite simple. You just have to give it a try, and a bit of trial and error as well in Canva when you are designing that 2" by 2" label. But you can kind of mimic mine. You can pause the video and kind of lay it out the same. But as long as you're keeping your text all in the same direction, because you can kind of visualize here it's going horizontal, you should be a-okay. Lip balms are a great item to add to any soap or candle makeup product line because they're so small, they're very light to carry, and you can place them, or I would recommend you place them right near your checkout. I find that people will often grab them. They're a low enough price point, and if they're already purchasing a soap or a candle from you, it's easy enough for them just to grab them. They, put it eye level right at checkout, and it's kind of like an upsell, if you will, but people often will grab them if you sort of market it or place it in your booth like I described. These are also great because you can make these in large volumes at a time. So you can double my recipe, triple it, quadruple it. It's all the same, and there's a low volume of ingredients, so it's cost effective. This is what the final product looks like. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and I was able to add value to you. If so, please like and subscribe.